Good night, good night, good night, good night. I apologize for the late start. Let me apologize first of all. But we're back. Third week. I'm so excited. Findyourblackhusband.com. That's the reason why we're actually doing this. It's based on that. Findyourblackhusband.com. Go on there if you want to find your match. This is not something that is we have algorithms, we have some crazy questions, and not the questions like, oh, do you like what walks, long walks in the park, and all these kind of stuff. We're asking the real deal questions to find your soulmate, your forever person. Tonight, Brian going to be late tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, good night, good night, wifey. I see you. But I do have Shannon. Shannon, are you there? And then tonight, the first question we're asking, and I saw it on IG, and I was like, I wonder what people, what the view is, especially people who are in a marriage or they're in a committed relationship. What is your view on a threesome? Is it now that you have an open relationship? Is it something that you would do? For me, that's a Pandora's box that I would never ever open. But for some people, they can make it work. So, Shannon, where are you? Let me see if I can find my first guest. Shamar, where are you? If you're here, Shamar. Okay. I got you. All right, let me wait. Oh, tonight, what are you drinking tonight? I drink rum bar tonight. That's what I'm drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm drinking. Well, I hear somebody already have them not interested. They're not interested in sharing their man with nobody at all. Them not share with no girl. I said them just a while ago. Shamar, where are you? Shannon, where are you? Everybody, come on. I'm giving you guys time to come on in. Have a drink, grab yourself a drink. Get a cozy spot, whether it's in your bed, on your couch, in a chair, wherever you feel most comfortable. Sissy, I see you. I'm waiting on Shamar. What's going on? Where are you? Let me try and invite him one more time. And then let me invite Shannon as well. And let's see who comes on first. How was the week so far? Everybody, how are we doing over there? Ooh, it's apple buds. Nadia, hey my love. Nadia, if you're in a committed relationship, are you open to having threesomes and all that kind of stuff? What's your view? Let me know. Let me hear. Big Batty Nadia, you may talk to. You are talking to, young girl. Is what? Shamar get scared now. Shams, where are you? Sissy, what's your... Well, if it's in the bed, you feel comfortable and you feel comfortable in the bed. But I'd like for you guys, I mean, Tanisha already said her, she's not sharing her girl. She's not sharing her man with nobody at all. What everybody else's view? Hey, Anthony, let me ask you to join the conference, not just in a relationship. I don't get that. Go again. Expound. That was not very clear. Andrew, can I invite someone in? Come on, call in and let's invite yourself in and let me hear your views. It's 11 o'clock. Let's start this live. Come on, let's go. Let's go. The first question is, if you're in a committed relationship or a marriage, for that sense, would you be opposed, or is it something that you would like for you guys to have like threesomes? Is that something that is okay? Is that something that you feel is going to spice it up? Is that something that you're going to think is going to be like a Pandora's box? For me personally, I think that's a Pandora's box that I am a professional text. No, you can come on the live. Not I'm born a professional text. I'm not interested. Nobody the foolishness. I'm not opening up that Pandora's box. Yeah, if you're single and that is what you're into, then you do what you gotta do. But for me personally, if you want all of them something, they go find somebody where you want to do them something with. Because I feel like I go open up that box now, and every time now you want to do it that way there. Or all of a sudden now she get the style where me no give you and you like the style more and all these things, and then you go start screechy behind my back. I'm not opening that box. To each his own, yeah. But I will disown not opening that box, that's for sure. That is for sure. Can I invite some people on the live? Who's willing to go on the live with me? Come on, guys. My co-host tonight, she's not here. Like that together. Sometimes a husband and wife like that together. Why? I don't know. I'd love to speak to a husband and wife that is their thing. Facts. Anthony, let me ask you. Let me let you join here, Anthony, because everybody else feel like them just... They all... Everybody go shy now. Everybody shy. No, no, what? Hello, my love.
How you doing?
So I saw the post on IG, you know, right? And it's like a couple. And they're literally talking about threesomes. And she's like, yeah, I'm good. And he's like, yeah, I'm down for it. And I'm there like, oh, hell to the no. That is not something that I am doing. So I figured it would be a good question to throw out there tonight. What are your views?
As a Pandora's box, you have ups and downs with it. Because
But
you
for
can like it.
you personally,
Has it crossed my mind? Yes, but it's not something that I'm going to dive into because you might find something, you might like it, and then you might start saying, yeah, we can do it together. Then it goes from we doing it together to you're linking up with a person without your partner.
have you ever done anything like that before?
No,
Is it a fantasy of yours? You can be
not
honest,
really.
Anthony. No, not
Not really.
really.
No, no. I think
Why
when I
am
was
I in the
younger,
man business? In his business. Yes, I'm in his business.
Jay, why don't you join the live?
I don't know why she
Yes.
don't join the live. Let me see if I can get her on the live.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can get her on the live.
Like I said, it's a Pandora's box, but to each his own. If it's something that you're into, but the way I see it, you can lose somebody that way.
You can definitely lose someone.
Because
No, you can't.
I've heard stories of
Yeah,
that.
share one of those stories now. I mean, because I personally had a friend where that is how it started off. Like, their
Hmm.
marriage, it was really cool. And then they started doing those little things where, oh, they go out. Oh, you like her? Let's do it. And then all of a sudden, she wasn't in the picture. It was just the side one, and that was problems. And they're now
Hmm.
divorced. Yeah. All right. So who we
Yeah.
have over there in the darkness? Is that Sissy in there in the darkness?
Yep.
All right.
Staying in the
So,
darkness.
Really,
so what's
Jay?
your view? I mean, we'd like to see your face from time to time, and it can give us a little light. What
I'll
is
take you
your
through your
view?
light bill
No,
pay.
I'm
I'll take you
mystery.
through your
I
light
that
bill
look like
pay.
it'll come off. You ladies and gentlemen, maybe I forgot to take it off tonight because it'll come off. All who know me know side on business. Them come off. They came off, but can't bother to go get up and go put on more glue. So no, no, no eyelash tonight. Yeah. Yes, sister. So what is your view now? Is it something that you would be open to? Is it something like what is your view on this whole thing, on this committed relationship? Threesome, what is your view? Is it something that you be like, yeah, you wanna try?
No,
No?
no. Mm-mm.
Why?
Call us a day. Maybe in my younger days, I thought about it. Like when I was younger, it was
How
like,
much younger?
oh,
Like in the
kind of,
20s? Like in the 30s?
curiosity, like just a
Mm-hmm.
curiosity kind of a thing. But then you get older and you really start preaching, and you're like, yeah, no, that's like Anthony says, like it's not even a Pandora box. That is not even a box. Like lock that box away, bury it, burn it, like leave it alone because it's a world. Like that is a lifestyle. That's exactly what it is. It is another lifestyle, and you're either for that lifestyle or you're not. Anybody who thinks it's something that they're going to be able to like be in a committed relationship and jump in and try and then leave it alone, it's
No.
not.
I mean, once you
It's
try
it's
it,
not something that you can jump into and then leave alone. It's something that if you get into it, it is a lifestyle. So
A
once
lot
you
of people
start
say that.
doing
I
it,
mean, I hear a lot of men say that is what they would
that's
like.
how they are.
I hear a lot of men say that, oh, it's a fantasy. They just want to try it at one time. It's a fantasy for them. Or it will what? It will spice up the relationship.
for who? Who needs the spicing up though?
And that me want me no, I listen, I'm not interested in it, you know. I'm not doing it. When she go give him the style when he can do and the split and all these things that he can do. Then she might go to another me again. Hmm?
Oh
Or
my
she keep,
gosh.
or he keeps inviting her over, and
Right,
you're
that's
Or
the
it
next
keeps
thing.
becoming a thing.
Yeah, it's
It keeps
become
becoming a thing.
yeah, where you cannot enjoy sex with your partner unless there's someone else there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not.
Things that you probably didn't, maybe it wasn't a thing for you before,
Right.
has now become a thing.
What is Andrew talking about? Lizard lap over there. What are you talking about, Andrew? Let me.
Ignore. I am ignoring the chat at all. Like
I'm
just
trying to get
ignore it.
this one over here. Andrew needs to join. I cannot believe that Sham
Nah,
is
I will
not.
leave.
I don't see him. What is his name on here? Okay. Yeah.
Did you see what Andrew put on the chat? I am
No,
just
I did not see because the chat going so fast, but I didn't see. What did he put on there?
I won't even repeat what he put on here because he is just
Okay.
What?
Andrew.
So, what do you think people like to fantasize about that? What do you think causes the curiosity to get piqued like that?
No, nobody going in the dark, Andrew. Me no want you in the dark. Me don't already have one person in the dark. Me don't need two people in the dark. Me want you in the light. Come into the light. Come into the light. I don't want you in the dark.
It's okay, Andrew. The dark is cool. Stay in the dark.
Hurry up and come on, man. All right, so to be honest with you, that has never been something that is like a fantasy for me. Like I say, yeah, I want to try this. Me not, mm-mm. And then if I do the threesome now, oh, that's a go work now. Oh, what? Two woman and me and or it's two man. I don't.
Mm-mm. That is where you get the thing
It's
now.
just too many variations of
Yeah,
that.
it is. It
Yes.
really is.
Too many body parts, too many fluids, too
Let me
much
ask you
going
a
on for
question.
me.
Has anybody ever like asked you, to be a part of a threesome before?
Is it me directing the question out? Because if that's the question, you're being funny.
Oh damn. Do I need to go get some drinks? Let's
So
go.
let me
You're
ask
being
you, okay,
funny.
sis, have you ever been like, propositioned to be a part of a threesome with a couple?
No, no.
Very
My
specific.
face does not spew. Come over here and talk to me. No. So, I'm
Yes?
not that
No?
welcoming.
What is the answer, sis? I'm waiting on you.
Oh,
You know the answer to that
No, but the
question
we
people
is
them
know
don't
yes.
know
the
the
answer
answer.
to
I
that.
don't know the answer.
Yes,
I
the
don't.
answer is yes. The
And how
answer
did
is
that
yes.
work out for you? How did that work out for you?
It did not work out for them at all.
Did it work out?
Let's put it that way. It did not work out for them at all.
Oh damn.
So
But what is it like though? What is it like?
I wouldn't know what it is like because I
Meaning
actually
like
didn't,
in terms of
you know.
how did they proposition you? Did it like come out and like on the fly they just came out and they're like, hey, we like you, we want, or was it
Yeah, I mean, I don't
or
know if
did it
that's how
start
it's
off with a
always. I
guy
don't
that
know if that's. I don't know if that's the correct way to proposition. I don't know if they have like, a group that tells them how to get an additional person. I don't know how it works, but in my case, it was husband presents himself, but presents himself initially without mentioning that he's married.
Wow.
So it doesn't say he's single, doesn't say he's whatever, but comes to you obviously as if he's single.
Wow.
Starts to get to know you and then starts mentioning wife. And then you're like, whoa, wait a second. There's a wife? And then you find out, no, but my wife is cool with it.
Oh, so
And it doesn't sound like it's a couple thing.
when he told you, oh, he has a wife, you're like, whoa. And then he says, and then he was like,
Yeah,
oh, his
it's
wife
like
is
no,
cool with it.
hold up. What do you mean wife?
Yeah.
Like your conversation prior to this doesn't sound like a married man's conversation.
Right,
Like, wait a
right,
second.
right.
So then it was like, okay, so you have a wife. Okay, then maybe I just took what you were saying out of context.
Right.
Oh no, you took it in the correct context. My wife is cool with it. Wait, what? And I'm just like, no. Well, what?
They look
Of
like they're about
course,
that
the first thing
lifestyle,
comes to
man.
your mind is you're a liar, right?
Yeah.
They're about that
So
lifestyle.
then,
That's the
Man,
so
first thing
hold
you
on.
think.
So when he said the wife is cool with it now, did he like introduce you to the wife? Like, how did it go to the point where he was
No.
like,
There
let
was
me know, like,
no
listen, I'm not
introduction. There
interested.
was no introduction. There was nothing. It was just like she's cool with it. And then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, I think you're a liar. It's not true. There's no way. There's no possible way you're married and your wife is cool with you, like looking at other girls.
Right, right.
So then he's like, no. It's I do what I want to do. She does what she wants to do. And then it's like, oh, well, sometimes we do it together. And I was like, oh, see,
That sounds like an
I
open
guess
marriage.
I see what's happening there. That's not my kind of equation. My equation is a 1+1. Your equation, the math is not mathing for me. It's just too many people happening. So, but he was very, very persistent. I found him very persistent, very aggressive with it afterwards. Like once, you know about it, it's almost like you can't get out of it. And I'm like, block, block, block. I'm like, you not gonna draw me in your cult. I'm gonna stay out here in my monogamous life. If monogamy is just me and God, like I'm good. No.
All right, so let us introduce Andrew. Andrew, good night, good night, good night.
Oi.
Andrew with the colorful
I
texting
know, we're the
in the
one that are
group
trying
chat.
to put stuff in the dark. Me not understand. Andrew, so what is your view now? Committed relationship. Are you in a relationship right now, by the way, Andrew?
Single, dollar bill.
You're single. All right. Was there ever a time when you were in a committed relationship that the question came up or of having this threesome, doing these extracurricular
Um,
activity?
in a jokey way, but some jokes are kind of serious, have a little, you know what I mean? Serious undertone, so you never know. But we never follow it up.
Were you the one that put it to her jokingly to hear what her response was, or was it the reverse?
Kind of both.
So, but nobody ever followed through. No, there was no follow through on it though.
No,
No.
not
Okay,
in a
okay.
serious
And would it be
relationship.
something that if you were in a committed relationship, that was something that would be you'd want to try, something that you think that
No,
would spice the relationship up?
no, not in a serious
No.
relationship. Not in a serious relationship. If it's something different, then it's something different. But
Like just single and ready
yeah,
to mingle, that then it be a thing.
and yeah, do the thing
Okay.
and whatever. But in a relationship, nah,
Right.
that can get messy
Okay.
and go left really quick.
I don't know. I don't know how to, I just want to just understand the dynamic of how that would work. Trust and believe. I really would love to meet somebody who could like just
Well,
explain
listen,
that.
the couple that I'm telling you about this, the dynamic seems to work for them well.
How
Yeah,
does it
as
go?
as
Like
So what,
there is
they
no.
become like that person is like a part of their relationship. They're like a throuple now. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's how they take on that third person.
That's how it was. That's how I think it looked. Like it was presented as if now you're like. That's why I said it's a lifestyle. Like
Right.
now you're a part. Now you are a part of our family. Like they're married and they have children. You get what I mean?
Right.
And it's not like a meet me at a hotel kind of a thing. It's come to my house. my daughter is making tacos. Like, what? Like, are you crazy? Yeah. So no,
So
it's
when they invited you to the house and
But
they're like,
as
"Oh, come over for dinner, come over for tacos," like,
no, no, no. No, I'm not coming for tacos. No, I am not coming for tacos because I don't know what is in your taco, and you're not going to just drug me and have your way with me. No, I'm not coming for tacos. No, I am not.
so no tacos for you
so
next time then?
hold on. So Andrew, are you saying that if you suppose there was a couple, right?
A couple,
And
yeah.
suppose there was a couple, and the lady approached you and said to you, say, "You know, I like you, XYZ. I'm married, and I'd like for you to, just do the thing. Let's do the. Would you be open to that?" Hello, where's Andrew? Andrew gone.
Did Andrew run away from this question?
All right, let me see if I can
No,
find
the
a Don
couple is a
Ferry.
married man and a married it's a man and a woman that are married and have children.
That's
It's
where it
not two
becomes
women.
tricky.
I mean, I guess on a male's perspective, depending on like that is a weirder dynamic than which it really shouldn't be. The dynamic is the same as far as I'm concerned. Like, but
How?
I guess because.
Do tell.
And that's another thing. Like maybe that's a whole other topic. But do you see how easy it is for a man to think, well, it's a man and a woman, so it would be two girl and a man. Like it's okay for them to think that way. But then when it's like, oh, it's going to be two woman and a girl, no, stop. Like
No.
it's weird. It's weirder than it was before. Like
Yes.
it's weird on both. Like it's weird on both parts. Like it's not. None of those are like good.
That's true, but some people dibble and
No,
dabble
no, no.
with
We're
it.
not doing the some people thing because you had that same face like a man and a woman. Like your face was like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Because to me, and I get it, I'm saying it, but I'm playing devil's advocate. For real, the two-man thing is just like left field. Like, okay, at this point, sir, you can just call yourself what you are. You can just call yourself what you are. Because you should never want to see another. You shouldn't want to be there. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what becomes
I
tricky.
don't offers that one either. Like when you have the two men and one, how that work? Like what does he do? Stay in the other room or is he inside the room
No,
while
the day it works just like how it works if it was two women, the
Yes.
same exact way.
yeah, but
As
then
well.
I don't know. I don't know what I would think about that. I don't know about that.
I couldn't look at him. Oh,
I
me
don't
could look
know
funny
about that.
after that.
First of all, I know me not
Cause
manage him.
no, I'm like, wait a second. So
Like,
while
are
you
you
doing
turned on
that,
by
you
me or
know
are you
what is
turned on by
funny?
him?
That scene. I don't know if anybody's watched Who Killed Sarah, but that scene is in Who Killed Sarah. Okay, so basically, it's like two guys who are friends, and they decide that they're going to sleep with this one girl, but one of them is secretly gay.
Yeah, no, I'll
So
stick
he's
with
not
mine.
really into the girl
That's what I'm saying. That would
and
be my
doesn't
thing.
know, and the other
That is
one
what
has
I'm
no clue.
wondering at this point.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
is
Can't do
it
that.
me? Is it really me? Or is it really the guy? That is what and I don't think I'd enjoy myself. I would because in the back of my mind,
No,
I'm
no,
like,
you'd be in your head.
yeah,
You'd be in your
exactly.
head, and but the man should be the same way. The man should be wondering the same exact thing. You know what I mean? Like,
But what
is
happens
she
if
into
it's
me or is
her
she into she?
fantasy?
Like, what is going on here? Like, the dynamic on a whole is just it brings up too many questions.
What if it's her fantasy though? That's what she wants.
Well, I should ask you that. If it is that you have your girlfriend or that significant other, right? And she comes to you, whatever your fantasy was, she fulfills that fantasy for you. And she says, babe,
No, that's a double-edged
to be
sword,
honest
man.
with you, I would really like to try this thing, this threesome something, but not with no woman, with another man. What would your view? Would you be willing to do that?
But no,
You start it. You start it by saying she fulfilled my
Fire!
fantasies.
Fire!
Why wouldn't you be willing to do that, Andrew? If she do your fantasy, why you can't fulfill her fantasy?
That's where it becomes
That should
tricky.
never be a
Hold on, hold
fantasy to
on.
begin with.
We
We
move
can
too
talk about
fast now.
she.
We move too fast. So what is my fantasy again?
No. We done already past the part there. We're not going into what your fantasy is, sir. Nobody, this is not what we're doing right now. We're not talking about
Okay,
your
okay,
fantasy,
okay,
right?
okay. Yeah.
We're saying in this relationship, this committed relationship, and I'm not talking a
Mm-hmm.
relationship when they're there for like a 6 months and a year and them stuff. Then I mean, I talk like 3-4 years where you're coming to the point where you would say, yeah, marriage, you know. And she says
Yeah.
to you, she's fulfilled those
Well,
fantasies
hold
that
on,
you
sis.
had.
Hold on. I want you to pause right there. How do you determine that? What makes it not a serious relationship? In 6 months, maybe it's serious for them.
Talking from my personal, me, you know what? I'm not doing all of them stuff. Then no 6 months, no year.
What if
That's
in
what
six
and for me.
months him look at her and
I'm
he
not
goes,
saying that. Listen,
I've
there are
known from
couples, there
day
are people
one that
that
you
have done it.
were
That they
her.
know
Like,
each other
how are you
for.
going to tell the man they're not committed?
You ain't
So
committed now.
you say we're about to get
So,
married and then she said what?
all right. So into this committed relationship, it's going to the point where it's marriage. Now that's where you have on the brain, marriage or an engage or maybe even yeah. And she goes and she said, babe, you know, there's this fantasy I want to fulfill, and she tell you what it is. Is it the
What's the
threesome?
fantasy? Threesome
The
with two men?
threesome,
With two
yes,
men?
with you and another man. Yes.
Marriage off of the brain. Marriage runaway.
Can I back my ring?
Yeah, man. Marriage runaway,
Let
man.
me see that finger real quick.
No, man. I lie. Then, done.
Where is it? I agree.
Make a start prayer different now. Real talk.
How you going pre her now? How are you pre her now? So why she never pre you different when you did say the two woman and she?
Two man. How look at that two man you talk about, man? Up here. Yo. I'm tell you,
I have to ask.
if
I
it's a
have to
committed
ask.
relationship,
And then Anthony, you said that's a no for you as well. That's a no.
Yeah, don't if you're not going to entertain hers, then
Is
don't
there
I
any man
shouldn't
who would
bring
say yes to
mine
that though?
to her.
You know, I feel like I had a friend that did say that he would do it.
no.
Concerned.
Two man,
I
one
was
woman
concerned
business.
too.
I'm sorry,
I
this is
had
a
somebody,
judgment
I had
free zone.
somebody
I'm so
proposition
sorry.
me as
If
well.
you say yes to two men, that's
I had
perfectly
someone
fine for you.
proposition me with that, you know, that was like, yo, they would want to do this with me and have another. And I was there looking at him like, I think I even told you, sis, I come to you and I was like, yo, is it me or something wrong? Because I just
Yes,
feel like
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
wrong.
It
I was
was very
very,
off.
yeah, I was
So
like, bro,
why
I
would
start
you
breathing
want to,
different.
like, what you going to do? I'm confused. Like, what you going to do? And why you want to see me with another, like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah. That's what, and up to
You
now,
have
it
to,
still boggles my mind because, and it wasn't something like he put it to me one time and then he's like, you know, I want to say at
what
least
did he
two or
put to
three
you
times.
exactly?
What?
What did he put to you exactly? What was the proposition?
The proposition was he
Mm-hmm.
wants to have a threesome with me. So I was like, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, I was like, no, I'm not really into the two, you know, me and a girl and whatever. So I'm selfish. I don't like, me no want share. Me not share. I'm not sharing. Furthermore, the belly and for everybody to see. It's a one-on-one belly. It's not a two-to-one belly. Do you understand? And he was like, no, it's not another girl. It's like, what was the word that he used again?
It was almost like his mentor,
Like his mentor.
like
And
his teacher.
I was like, huh? I was like, what do you mean by your mentor? I didn't get it. I didn't up to now. I don't get it. You guys
It
have
sounds like
mentors?
he was. It sounds like he was bridging a gap for somebody.
Yeah, it sound. Do you have like a male person, like a maybe an older male person, who you feel taught you the ways of
The
I
ways of
don't
what?
even know how to
Andrew,
put
I
it.
can see your eyes them open up a while ago, like, oh hell to the no.
Taught the
Anthony's
ways of what?
Anthony's brows went in like really like what?
No, but it's a real serious
And
friend question I'm asking because it did. It came across like he was saying like he had a mentor because I won't lie.
Somebody who taught him
He
how
was
to do the do.
Yeah, that
he
sex
was
mentor.
he was amazing. I kid you not. He was a boss. But after he said that part to me, I just say I'm very far. I stay very far. Very, very
Yo,
far.
Sheena,
Because now
let me tell you exactly what happened there, so. And the mentor didn't want to deal with you. And that was the only way to get the mentor to deal with you. You understand?
Makes
So
sense.
nobody have a mentor.
No.
Which mentor you talking about?
so you mean so like him sit down and him talk about me then to the friend, and the friend is like, or the mentor
Yeah,
is
man.
like, yo, say, yeah.
Yep.
With a match that works there, and the man say, but you know, she's not gonna talk to you, though. The man say, oh, yeah, man, me and her cool. So, here what? Threesome. And
Yeah,
you just
you was
deal with it
bridging a
wicked.
gap.
What's a devil's threesome?
Yeah, what's a devil's threesome? Oh, the devil's threesome, I think he's thinking is like the two men and a one woman. That's the devil's threesome,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Am I correct?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
the
believe
devil's
That
so.
makes
threesome.
sense.
So what are you saying, gentlemen? You have no mentor where sex is given. Only just learn everything. Just practice becomes perfect.
Say
Yeah,
it
on the
going on.
job training.
Say it go.
What is that?
On the job training.
On the job, on the job training. Brian,
So
you know
hold,
where each other. Brian was on the road. I don't know where Brian is.
so hold on. You have a mentor, Sheena? Or anybody? Who have a mentor? I'm lost with this mentor business.
I don't have a mentor. I have a select set of girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have girlfriend time, sometimes you do have that sex conversation. You get what I'm saying? So when the sex thing come up now, obviously we talk about the things that we like and what did happen and all these kind of stuff. And suppose you need a little trade, you need a little, then they just tell you, say, you need to try this. Yo, you ever tried that? XYZ? Hold on. Hold on 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So but as far as a mentor, no. Yeah, I guess I have to say like what you said under whatever training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
is.
On
Yeah,
the
but no,
job
no
training.
mentor on the job training, and then I mean, you learn. As you get older, you learn little tricks. Your little tricks. You know what your abilities are, your special powers are, and you just work with it. You see me?
your special powers.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody have a little special, a little thing. A little in the box that you just
Your little two-step, what you do?
uh, a
Your
two
little
step, a three
two-step?
step, a
Mm.
combo, whatever it is. You see me? What you do? You just know say yeah, it's a wrap.
All right,
All
Kedisa.
right, the
But
second question, guys. Let's move on to the second question.
Oh,
What is your view, right, about living with your partner or shacking up with your partner before marriage? Is that something that you see no problem with it? Is it something that you do? Um, the pros and the cons.
but why we keep saying before marriage? What if that is it for you?
That's a, yeah,
What do you
that's,
mean
a,
by
that's
what is
another
it?
thing. What if you don't have
What do you
marriage
mean?
and
You
Yeah.
you
mean
don't
What
like
if?
you
mind?
don't believe in
Why
marriage?
is
You
it?
just believe
Yeah.
in
What?
that?
Not don't. Yeah. What if you're like okay? You guys are okay, and you decide to not get married.
You're not
Why
put
is
Okay,
that
enough.
still considered shocking?
I can be down with that because I have a girlfriend that she don't
want to
want to
get
get
married.
married. She don't want to get married, but she live with her significant other, and they've been living together for years.
Yeah.
All right, but what is your
So I
view?
mean,
I've done it before. So
You've done it before. How long were you living with that partner of yours?
it was a couple months.
Couple
Couple
months.
months.
Why did it end? What happened?
just inner people business again.
Yeah, in a
It's a
people business.
long
Yeah, that I
story
like.
I don't wish to get into.
She's gunning for
At
Wendy's
this
job,
point,
guys. She's
at this
gunning for
point, you know
Wendy
what?
Williams' job.
I'm just up in the business already. At this point, I feel like it can. Andrew, what's your view?
I don't have a
Are you
problem with it, but
okay?
all right. It
Mm-hmm.
can you can get too comfortable, I guess,
Hmm.
and then it just stays on that level. It don't move to where it's supposed to move to. I think
I
the
have to
sucking up.
ask this question because I've never lived with like a man before in my life, apart from my husband when I was
Hmm.
married. Me never live with a man. You know, like me or woman say them live with man. I've never in my life
Yeah,
lived with no man apart from my father and my brother. Me never. I don't know how it
yeah,
works.
yeah.
I
It's
Just
don't know
like
something
how
that
it
you
works. I
two have
don't
to
know if
get
it's something that I
used
could
to.
even do. Huh?
It's something that you get used to, but at the same time, it
What do you
comes with
mean you
it.
don't think it's something you can do? You're just living with another person.
It's easier
No,
said than
no,
done.
So
honestly,
I
just
have a
living.
question for
Never
you.
just
So
live with another person.
did you live with the man before you married him? Or
No.
you married then and you live together?
Married and then we live together.
that dangerous.
And there weren't like little things you wish you knew before you get married?
Yeah, that dangerous.
I wish I did. I wish I never
Like to
married.
me that is the stuff, Like I need to know those little things
That
So,
before I just
dangerous.
start like there is always going to be a deal breaker.
so I'm curious. So
Cause
you
that
And
never
that
when you
share a
live with
space?
somebody,
All
you
right, let's hold on.
realize
Let's one at a time. So, sis, you're saying that you've actually lived with a man before. How long did you live with that man before? Let's go. Let's start there.
like 2 years.
2 years. Okay. So then, how did you even come to that point where you said, "Let's move in together"?
Really?
Yes,
I
really.
don't know that. I don't know that we really had a let's. I mean, we had a let's move in together, but then
Right.
it was a oh, we're having a baby. Let's move in together.
Okay. So you're having the baby, and so you moved in together. And so I guess what? How long was it night? How long was it good until it wasn't good?
And I don't think there was ever. I don't think that's the point. I don't think there's a. It's good until it's not good. You know what I mean? Like just like any relationship, whether you live together or not live together. Basically, that point in living together is now. Do I know? Okay. I know I can. I know I like you. I know
Right.
I love you.
Right.
Right. I
Right.
know that I can see a future with you.
Right.
Can I
Okay, so this is on the
stand
premise that
you
you could see a future with this
24/7?
person. Hold on. So it was on
Yes.
the premise that
Yes.
you could see a future with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, for you to want to even be in this person's space for more than the few hours on a date here and there, you have to want to know that this is something long term,
Right.
unless you're looking for a roommate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, now, can I be around you for longer than a date? A date is a few hours, and you go your place, I go my place.
Right.
Now, if we're sharing the same space, do you do things that I can overlook? Or do you do things that I know at some point I will plan to kill you in your sleep?
boy,
And was it that do you do things
Let's
that
Dang,
you
think
girl.
could
about it. Like, what are we doing?
boy, that's kind of drastic.
Like,
Yes.
there are those extremes. Yes, it's down extreme, but there are those extremes. Like, I talked to you about this. Are we doing it still? We're still doing it. Like, so at this point, no, you don't respect me or you don't care about what I want to do.
But Jen,
Like, okay, so now I know you keep dropping stuff in front of the laundry basket instead of in the laundry basket.
So hold
And I
on.
talked to you about it
Stick a
100 times.
stick
Yeah,
a
hey,
that
Why
should
are
be
you
pin.
still
pissing
doing
off
it?
too. All right,
so
Stick a
Anthony, what
curious.
pin.
were you saying? And then we go to Andrew. What were you saying, Anthony?
So I'm curious. So during that time, you never visited his place? Because you tend to see little breadcrumbs of that. If you go to somebody's place and you spend the weekend, couple days there, you see stuff like that before you
No,
move
not
in with them.
I
necessarily,
disagree.
because
I
people
disagree with
put
that
their
though.
best foot forward when they plan for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
People
true.
will
That's very
always put
true.
their best foot forward when they plan for you.
Yeah, but
The
it's not.
house will be clean. You'll do everything correct. I'm coming over to spend the weekend or spend the night or whatever. The
Right.
bed is made. The
Right.
kitchen is clear. You get what I mean? You're not
Right.
going to see the breadcrumbs until you are with that person. Because somebody can pretend for only so long,
Right.
Because they're
Right.
comfortable
And you
with
have some
you.
people that are great pretenders too. Really, really great
Yes.
pretenders.
Right.
So what was
And
that
men
thing
know.
now?
You get
What
what
was
I
the
mean? A
breaking
man
point for
knows.
you now
If
where
you're
you said
dating a
that?
specific kind of woman, there's certain things that you cannot get away with. Some men don't clean up when they know a girl is coming to their house because the girl that they're with them can tell. She will still come in the house and the house dirty
And
and it
front,
don't matter
yeah,
to her.
and jump in the
You get
double
what
bed.
I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
While if you're dating a girl of a certain kind of thing, you go, oh no, if she come on my house and say my house looks so, Lord, she
She
not come
never
back
come
again.
back.
So
Yeah.
now you've cleaned like you've never, you clean like your mother was coming to visit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now
Right.
it's a completely different thing. Every time I come in
The
over, you do
topic
that.
now is shocking up. Is that, like the pros and the cons? Is it something that you would do?
Mm.
live with your partner before marriage? Is it, like, what are the pros and the cons? Is it something that, like, I always hear, like, I'm Jamaican background, right? So culturally, they're like, oh, and especially from a Christian background as well. Yeah. So let me
Oh,
just be clear. Not just Jamaican background,
Good
cultural background,
question.
but when you're in a Christian family, I mean, I thought devout Christian family, we go to church Sunday. If they want to go to church Sunday evening, to you go to church Sunday evening.
Monday,
You know,
Tuesday.
a matter of fact,
Bible
everybody
study.
here on this life, when I talk about know the Shreps. You see me?
Yes.
So
Monday night.
in their mind now,
Uh-huh.
it is marriage and then kids and moving together and all these kind of stuff before. No shocking up. That is not what we were taught. We're not no. That is a no. So I want to get the pros and the cons. Me, I don't really have much to say on it because I've never lived it. I'm not gonna tell you, say, oh, I don't know about it. I don't know about that life. I don't even know if it's something, as I tell you people, I don't even think it's something that I'm capable of doing it right now in my old age. Because I've been so used to either being by myself or
Mm-hmm.
I was married and in a relationship with a husband and you live with your husband. Right now, suppose me want sleeping at the bed naked I mean, well, naked not a problem. That shouldn't be, no. But you know what I mean? Just the things of I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know.
See, that's why you live with them
Yeah,
before.
man.
Because you're going to have to do it when you get married. So why should I feel uncomfortable? What difference does that piece of paper make as to how I live with you? Why does that piece of paper make a difference? If I marry you and then live with you, or I live with you before I marry you, what is the
I
difference?
don't even think it's a piece of paper for me, I think it's just the whole thing, just basically because my foundation is in, Jesus Christ and what the Bible, and what he wants for us. I think that was my
Yes, but
thing.
if your end game is marriage, why does it matter to you?
But supposing a workout look like your end game was marriage and see that 2 years in, you tell the man move out. Why you tell the man move out for? Huh?
Because you're mad.
Oh, man, I'm an idiot.
No.
And I don't entertain clowns. I don't have no circus. I
She's
didn't have
mad.
no circus here. I did not
Okay,
look
so
to
I had
hire a
someone here
clown.
that on
So
the live that said is this a male or a female, by the way? See, I'm of a child of God as well. All right. So you had to live with this person
Big up
before you got
Melissa.
married. So when you lived with this person, and maybe I need to get this person on the live. I want to get rid of somebody's real quick because I want this person on there to tell me, being a child of God, how it worked where you lived with the person before you got married to the person. What was the breaking point for you, Janelle? And then Anthony, gear up. What was the breaking point for you? And Andrew, gear up. What was the breaking point for you that you had to sever your ways and said, listen, this living with the partner thing that's not going to work for me?
no, and it's not for me. It was not that. For
What?
me, it was not a living with the partner thing. I'm not against living with my partner, even though I lived with one and it didn't work out.
Right.
It was just a basic relationship. The relationship did not work out. It
Oh,
wasn't a
okay.
living situation. So the
Okay.
relationship did not work out. So we part ways. But
Okay.
the
Yeah.
living
Okay.
situation,
So
I'm
so
still
you were
pro on it.
okay. So you were okay with his little quirks, and it was good to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
basically.
thing
And
with me.
same, everybody across the board, it was the same.
Yes.
Basically. All right.
Be 100% honest
It's
now.
like
We're not gonna
you
hold
stop
back.
growing together. You stop growing together, you start growing apart. And it
So
ultimately
it
affects,
started to behave like like a roommate situation.
yes, you're starting to get a roommate situation instead of your significant other. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 parts on that. And see me and live with me are two different things. I don't think I can be married to somebody if I never lived with them before.
Yep. Yep. Pussy in a bag. Can't buy that.
I understand completely. All right, it was a pleasure. I'm going to. Who do I let go off of this live now because I want to
You
bring
can
in.
good night.
Oh my
What is that?
God.
Have a lovely
You
night,
first
all.
me,
It was
Jojo.
a pleasure.
Damn.
All right,
You
bring
don't
on
even
Melissa.
have to
Bring on
ask.
Melissa. The person
How do
who's
you get
All
off
right,
the
let me bring
line,
on
though?
this
That is
next
the
person
part, you
here.
know.
All right, Sissy, if anything I need you back, I'll request you again. All right? We're
Yeah.
trying to keep it on a level. All right,
you can bring
let
in
me get
Melissa.
to this person. Hold on
CBBA
1 minute.
something.
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. CBB. What is the name on here? I thought the
CBB.
name wasn't it CBBA?
Yeah, CBBA more. One word.
CBA more. I don't see on here
Two B's. Two
CBA
B's. Two
more.
B's. CBBA
Two
more.
B's
One
and
word.
A. I don't see
Oh,
that
she's not
person
here
on
on
here.
anymore.
Doing your
CBBA
viewers.
more. Can you please request to be on the live for me, please? We'd love to hear what you have to say. Please.
They left.
He left. Oh wow.
It's a girl.
I mean, it was a girl
Yeah.
or she left. I'm married. I have lived with you before we got married. I'm a child of God too. I always grew up in the church. I saw my parents live together for years, and then when they got married, things went left, and I never planned to get married. However, God had plans. Okay. Anybody else here who is living with their partner? We're doing the pros and the cons. If we have nobody else, we will go on to the next topic. Dave, if you want to just fill me in on the next topic. All right, so we're saying that everybody's okay. You guys are cool with the living with before you're getting married. At the end of the day, we're cool
Yep.
with that. Yes?
Yeah. But a part of me,
Yeah.
yes. Part of me, no. I like my space.
What is the part of you know? What's the reason for the part of you know?
I love my space.
I love mine too. That's why I mean the planet. Me love my space.
I have
All right.
my
So
place, you have your place. You can come over. And then after it's like, all right, you can go your
Yeah,
place
that's
and
what
we
I
do
like.
this.
And maybe it is that I just get like I just get so used to that kind of liberty that it's hard to envision doing that again. Nothing.
so for the people who like
Oh,
their
this one is
space,
gonna be nice. This one, all right. So the next question is, ladies and gentlemen, what is your view on sex before marriage?
definitely.
Next question.
You won't
You
Open and
even
shut.
like just
are.
take a deep breath.
Open and shut. Open and shut. That's an open and
Yes.
shut case.
Suppose when you with your partner, yeah, you guys were doing having sex and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now we're engaged, and I put to you and I said, babe, I want us to do this the right way. I want for this engagement up until we're married, let us be celibate. What is your response?
No.
If you love the person and you're going to get married to them,
Andrew, you
then
cannot just
yes.
behave like that. Andrew, you need to behave yourself. You know what you mean by no.
Listen, it sounds nice and pretty, but no. I'm gonna
Because
put
you open Pandora's box.
a
Hold on,
different
hold
scenario
on,
to you.
Andrew. Andrew said no. I'm gonna get back to you, Andrew. Anthony, what do you say?
I say yes. If you're going to end, if you two going to get married, it's gonna be hard as hell because you're gonna have to do
You know,
everything
so
in the
Janelle is a
world.
terror. You hear what Janelle say? She not buy no pussy in a bag.
Yo, I real talk that. I'm gonna put a different scenario to you. You stay so boom. You're up on
Right.
Reddit Road, Zin, and you stop at the jerk man. But the first time you see that jerk man, yeah? You say, you eat pork?
You don't play with me. Don't
You
play with
eat
me or give
pork?
me eat
Well,
pork.
let me ask you a
Don't play
question,
with
man.
me.
Answer my
No,
question. You
don't
eat
play with
pork?
me. You see the long lots of things, I dreadlocks thing, this thing, these are listen, don't play
All
with
right.
me. Do not play
Chicken,
with
a
me.
nice piece of jerk chicken. A nice piece of jerk chicken. And the first time you see that jerk man, what the first thing you do? Give me a
See, so
taste
see
of
the
that jerk
air
chicken there.
clean.
You're not buying a jerk chicken from nobody does so. And
Mm.
something as serious as a marriage, you want to go into that without tasting the jerk chicken?
Well, that's
Yeah,
it's
but remember
different,
what I said the premise was now, Hold
What's
on,
the
let me see if
premise?
I can get on by
Craig.
let me see if I can get Shannon on here. Shannon, we having a difficulty getting you on here. My thing is, what I'm saying is like, okay, you guys were in this relationship, you guys were having sexual relations, right?
Oh, you
When
were
you
having sexual
proposed to
relations.
me, yeah, you guys were, right? And
Oh,
now we're engaged. You proposed, and I said yes. I said yes, and I asked. I said, babe, for this engagement up until we're married, to the married whatever, the wedding day or the wedding night, can we just be celibate?
oh yeah, that can work.
That's what I want to do.
Yes,
Huh?
Yes, that can work. Yes,
because you're
Yeah?
getting married.
yes.
You have something to look forward to.
You have something to look forward to. Okay,
It's gonna be
okay.
hard as hell, but you have
Melissa
something to
Mm-hmm.
is
look
back.
forward to at the end of it.
CBBA more is back.
Oh, let me try and get CBBA more back on there. CBB, CB, let me keep on BBA more. Perfect. Let's see if I get it. Get her on. Hopefully she'll accept. So everybody's good to go on that then. No problem there.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Good night.
Hi, good night, guys.
How
Good
are
night.
you?
I am there.
All right,
What
so we're
you
going backtrack just for you, just because I really want to get your feedback on this whole situation here. All right. So you
Yes.
tell me about the living with the partner. Are you yay, nay? Let me know what's going on. Tell me about it, and especially being a child of God. What?
I am so growing up, I always knew the Assembly of God. My mom was Pentecostal growing up. So, Pentecostal had strict governs. Um
Right.
Pretty much you're there at church Wednesday night for prayer meeting, you're there at church Sunday. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I
But
know the.
yeah. But I wouldn't be a hypocrite, and if I be truthful with even my parents' story, their story was my mother and father lived together for years and they weren't married. Then
Mm-hmm.
when they get married, I saw things just go left. So for
Okay.
me, marriage was not in the cards. I always say, if I even have a child with a guy, I'm just gonna have my kid, do my thing for my own,
And
and
keep
keep
it
it
moving.
moving, right?
Right,
facts?
right, right.
I am a child of God that don't live in a box, pretty
Straight.
much.
Yeah,
So
straight. So you're not a fanatic. You're not a fanatic at all.
no, no. I'm a child of God that believe that everything in the world is there to be experienced. There's good and there is evil. And
So
it
wait,
is
what
what
you
it
live
is.
in then?
There's no in between. Pardon?
What you live in then? You don't live in a box. So what you live in? A rectangle?
I live a authentic, genuine life. What you see is what you get. I don't
Yes,
hate on
girl.
the
Yes.
LGTB community. I don't put my bishop in a box that if he does something that, or if leadership does something that's out of line, you start to put them in this box. So it's like they can't do anything.
Yeah, like
It's
you
like when we
ostracize
were
them like
growing
they're
up in
so
the
perfect.
islands.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
right? Like we were growing up in the islands, you expected your teachers to be married because there was just this stigma about it. You expect them to be married before they have kids. That was how it was growing up in Jamaica back in the days. You never
Hmm.
saw your teacher as anything else. So that's why when in a high school, you see them come and do little dancing with you and something when you have concert. It's like there's this hype, and there's still this hype about it because teachers are looked at a certain way, people in certain professions are looked at a certain way because you put them in a box, so you don't expect to see them any other way, right? So
All right,
that's
so
what I mean when I say
let me
I
go
don't
back
live in
to
a
you now.
box.
Let me go back to you now. Steve, can
Yeah.
I be asking your name, by the way, please, instead of me having to be saying CBBA more every time?
So my name is Melissa.
Oh, Melissa, you're my namesake. That's one of my middle names. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
All
Nice to meet you
right, so
too.
let me ask. So when you met your husband, before you knew he was your husband, and you guys started living together, and being, was the temptation there in terms of the sexual relations? How did you govern that part? How did
Oh
you?
no. So what happened? And Dre may have a little bit of my background because we come from the same community back home. My ex, been together for a while,
Portmore.
started talking to other people and just making dumb mistakes, right? Another
Right.
thing too was I recently migrated to Canada, and I didn't have a foundation of a church like I had back home. So it was really hard, and I kind of just was where I go party, go enjoy myself, right? But no matter what, when you are a child of God, you know where home is, and
Hmm.
home is in the assembly. Like there's that yearning, there's that calling that always has you knowing you have to come back, right? Some people don't even make it back. So go a party and I enjoy my life, living the do the do. and I met him at a party when I was leaving. So me and my girls, one of my girlfriends, she was doing her birthday party, but I'm more outspoken than everybody else. I'm sociable, so I'm gonna hand out the flyer them. And he's like, oh, if him can get a picture because him have a couples party where I come up and stuff. But new to Canada, new to the party scene, don't really know everybody. His cousin throw a lot of the parties in Toronto. So when him a take the picture too, him have him head down so, and it's like, but now years later we laugh about the picture because him was a gallus. So when him take the picture, him do
No
it
one
in
nobody
a
see him.
disguise way, right? And that was where the friendship began. And we used to talk a lot. And he was the type of guy, one and done type of guy. And pretty much I was out there, but always had the yearning for God. No matter what, I'm a church person, right?
It's
So
Queens.
someone will still go do my party and do. Anyways, we used to talk a lot on the phone, and when it kind of reached the part now where like when me I come over, like see you later, bye. I never entertained the conversation. But I ended up was talking to another guy, had a miscarriage, and through that I decided I'm gonna stay to myself. I
Right.
started to date myself. I started to fall in love with me
Gotta
because
do it.
if you don't know who you are, then you can't be there. Like you're empty and you're going into another relationship empty. So
Yeah.
during that period, it was more healing for me. And then I didn't hear from him for a while because he was upset at the time with the circumstances. And then I just didn't hear from him. And then I went down to visit my dad and came back up, and I decided, okay, I'm going to start university. Applied for some, and I end up getting one that's like 4 hours away from Toronto. Then that summer, he decides to call me. I say, like, bro, I don't even remember what, like, I haven't spoken to
Lie,
you in
you
like,
tell. Lie, you tell it, Melissa. Cause see asking of the people, bro, I don't
no,
even
I remember
remember.
though. But it's like, when like you're not hearing from the person in so long that it's like, really, like, oh, you just pop out of nowhere. But he was in the streets doing his thing. Me don't really know about them lifestyle, eh? And he's from here, so it can't get no better than you go do your time and that's it. So it's not like I didn't know who he was. But while I was in Windsor, and like I said, I dated myself for a year. I go dinner by myself, I go moving, I do everything for me. But during that time too, we used to talk a lot on the phone. So I
So
knew
you didn't do any. So hold on. What I'm trying to establish, and Melissa, we have to move along because
we're gonna
my
get to
producer
that,
saying we need to move along. But what I want to find out for you, you said you did the whole living with the partner. So you said
Yes.
that the whole you weren't tempted physically or sexually because you did a lot of more
No.
conversation via phone
Yeah,
at
but
that time.
when I reach where we start live together, yeah, because that's where that built from, right? For us, where we built that friendship, we built that understanding. So pretty much the conversations were like, what me expect if me have a husband, and of course my expectation was the pretty white house, the picket fence, how many kids me want. I want a man who go church on Sunday. Right? So he knew what my expectations were. I knew what his expectation was. And then I wasn't into the driving because it was 4 hours back, so I didn't like the driving. So, anyways, we ended up there was a party and I ended up coming up, and me and my girlfriend we went and he was there and thing. And even that same night, we were at the hotel together. Nothing happened. Like you stay over your corner, me stay over my corner. Because I
So
knew his
never
reputation.
try,
No,
nothing.
sir. I'm a know him reputation them time. No, absolutely not. His
Oh, it's a good
reputation them
one.
time he was a gallus. So no. And I think that's what made me different from all the other girls that he spoke to. It was, I guess, the easiness. You get me? But then here's this girl where always I reject him every time. No, like, no, bro, you're over there, I'm over here. And that's where the respect came from. because he realized that I'm not the type of girl that's gonna be
Ladies
like
and gentlemen, my first
definite
hour
there.
is up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I will be coming right back on in 5 seconds. Melissa, I
All
will
right.
request the